What's going on, guys? Day 2, vlog 5, something like that. Today's Friday, headed out to the tournament. I know you guys have already kind of seen this, but I got a cooler put in here. That's about the only thing new. Got some rods. I'm gonna go pick up one more rod from one of my friends. He's letting me take it down there. Other than that, all my rods, tackles rigged up. Show you in the back. Got a few more things added to it. This is my bag full of clothes. My jersey, of course. Computer, camera, gear bag, some pants, some shoes, rods, of course. So I got everything kind of loaded up and ready to go for the tournament. I got some tournament, the waiver and the rules and stuff to read over. A bag full of food that I'm still gonna go run to the store. I might vlog that and grab some more food. I don't really have much food with me. I try to pack as much as I could. A little cooler full of drinks for the drive. GPS, so I know where the heck I'm going. Then I have the GoPro suction cup mount up there. So that's where that's probably what I'll put the camera when I'm actually driving, so I don't have to hold the camera, so I don't crash and die. That's probably where I'll put the camera when I'm vlogging. I'm gonna try to, like every time, I guess I make a gas station stop, go somewhere, hit a major city, I'll turn on the camera real quick, talk for 30 seconds, and then go on to the next 3-hour drive. I'm going straight from here to the meeting, and then go from the meeting to the hotel, and then rig everything up. There's not a single lure tied on any of these rods, and because I have no idea what my boater's gonna want to do. I could either be drop shotting smallmouth bass in 40 feet of water, or I could be frogging for largemouth in 6 inches of water, which is the awesomeness of being a co-angler. So you basically have to bring everything but the kitchen sink with you, and then just kind of go from there. So I'm gonna tie up tonight. I'll vlog that, tying, rigging up, in the hotel. I'm gonna be by myself, so I'll be probably vlogging a lot because I'm gonna be bored. I need someone to talk to, so I'm just gonna talk to my GoPro. But anyways, so that's the scoop. Right now, let's see what time it is. It's about 12:30. Should be arriving there around 6, probably 5:30, 6. And yeah, so that's it. I'll get back to you when I'm doing something else. Alright, so I just got to the store, going into Baker's, gonna go grab some food, and go fill up on gas. I'm gonna go print out some MapQuest directions in case the GPS on my phone doesn't work or something for some reason, and then I should be hitting the road in about an hour. Alright, I got junk food for days. I'm gonna show you everything I got, but as you can take a look in there, it's straight junk food. I don't know. That's all I could really come up with. It's just got some Cheez-Its, some candy, some protein bars for breakfast, some Gatorade, some Captain Crunch. Just straight junk food, but why eat anything else when you're traveling for tournaments? Because it's not like you can really eat all that healthy. It's kind of tough. So might as well just go all out and then come back and try to burn some of it off. But yep, so just got back, grocery store. Gonna go run and pick up. I'm gonna go print off some directions and go pick up a rod, and then I'll be on my way. Alright, got the directions printed off. Gonna go run over to my friends, like I said, go grab a rod real quick, and then I'm off on the road. I'm gonna try to get to the hotel before the meeting. The way that MapQuest routed me, looks like I'm going to be able to do that in 3 hours. So run to the hotel, try to unload everything, get everything kind of put away, run to the meeting, and then from the meeting go back to the hotel. Work on tackle all night long, probably till like 10 or 11. Go to bed, wake up, fish a tournament, and then go from there. Alright, just got everything loaded up, got the extra rod, went and just grabbed some food, filled up on gas, so I'm full. Reset the trip, got the GPS going down there. Be there probably about 5 o'clock with gas stops. I don't have to be there until 6, but that's going to my hotel, and then I'll go to the meeting after that. So we'll be arriving probably 20 minutes early, hopefully. That'd be perfect. But yeah, so I'll vlog a little bit, you know, if I make any stops, if I do anything exciting, if I feel like talking to the camera because I have nobody else to talk to, then I'll do that. But either way, leaving Omaha right now and be there in about 3 hours. Well, I got an update for you guys. Just entered Iowa, which for those of you who live there or have been there, it's not really exciting. But yeah, I just entered Iowa, going right into Council Bluffs, which is the city that's right next to Omaha, which is where I live. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna get off at this exit, and then after this, I think I'm gonna be on I-29 for like 160 miles. So it's gonna be very eventful driving through, and I gotta drive up to Sioux City. I'm basically just going to Yankton, South Dakota first, which is where my hotel is. So there's kind of an update for you guys. Nothing really exciting going on. There's just I don't know how much the GoPro can see. I've never put it up at this angle before. But I don't know. It's just basically a cornfield out here. So there's not much going on. But I guess the next town I hit or the next thing that goes on, I'll pick the camera up again.
Would you just look at that? You can't beat the view in Iowa, that's for sure. It's just spectacular. Back in high school, I could throw a football over them mountains. Name that movie in the comments section. Sioux City is where I'm going through right now. It's kind of like, it's a little past the halfway point. But, this sign up here says, slow traffic past US 20, expect delays. This is not the sign you want to see when you're trying to get to a fishing tournament. This is literally why people are driving so slow. People see lights and automatically assume that they need to drive 4 miles an hour because there was a fender bender. People, you don't need to drive that slow. That's weird. That sign says 50 miles an hour. And we're going 5. Well, I made it to the city of Sioux City, finally out of that horrendous traffic. Finally going faster than these people over here. But yeah, so now on our way. Now arrival time is 5:02. Hopefully, as long as I'm not running into any more delays, I should be okay. But yeah, so I'm just going through the town of Sioux City. Now we're not going 5 miles an hour. Finally got back to where the speed limit's 80. So now we're finally cruising. Made it to the Vermilion Yankton exit. We're still sitting at about a half an hour away, but we're getting close to South Dakota. I believe this sign up here shows Lewis and Clark Recreational Area. That's where the tournament is. So my hotel is a little farther north, so I got to kind of backtrack a little bit. But that's where my tournament is Lewis and Clark Recreational Area. That's where the tournament meeting will be tonight, and that's where we'll launch tomorrow on Sunday. All right, guys, just checked into the hotel. Gonna go find my room. I'll be honest, this is probably one of the sketchiest hotels I've ever stayed in. And it's awesome that I'm by myself too. That always just makes it so much more fun. I mean, the hotel that I booked is called Travel Lodge. And I drove past it a few times, couldn't find it, and put it in Google Maps and whatever, and it turns out Super 8 is Travel Lodge. I don't know, maybe that's my fault. I guess I just didn't get the memo. But he said it's around back my room, which is just always awesome when it's parked here with no light or anything like that. So I'm just gonna load everything up into my room and then go drive off to the meeting. Good God, this is sketchy. This is sketchy. I do not feel safe here. But it's gonna have to do, I guess. There's only like $70 a night, so that's all these teenagers can afford, but I'm not leaving anything valuable in here. I'll tell you that much. So I'm just gonna throw my jersey up and throw my clothes down. Not on the floor, they'll probably get bed bugs. But just kind of unload that stuff, and then when I come back from the meeting, I will bring my, I don't know, I should probably bring my fishing stuff in, because this probably is not, this is not the safest area. Let's put it that way. Well, there we go.
Someone snapped that lamp in half. Holy crap. Alright, don't know how you can even do that, but well, here she is. So I'm gonna be spending some time. Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs and get some more stuff. This place is scary. Alright, got some stuff loaded up. Got my food, some Cheez-Its, stocked the fridge, with some food and drinks and all that good stuff. Cooler here, but I just got everything kind of loaded up except for my fishing stuff. Leave that in the car. So now I'm gonna head to the lake, about a half an hour drive back where I came from, go to the meeting, and then I'll pick up the camera when I'm finished with that. I see water. There she is. Hopefully, I don't know, this hopefully is the ramp that we're meeting at. The directions weren't very great, but definitely found the water that we're gonna be fishing on. As you can see, it's a giant reservoir. It's a dammed up river. There's people out there tubing right now and doing all that cool stuff, but it's really cool up here. As you can see, and hopefully the GoPro can see as well as I can, but I don't know, it looks pretty cool, but hopefully I'm going to the right place, otherwise I'm going to be late for the meeting. Alright, what's going on, guys? Just got done with the meeting. It's 7 o'clock right now, so I'm going to run back to the hotel. Haven't decided if I'm going to take my stuff into the hotel to work on it or leave it outside. Probably going to take it in because I don't know how comfortable I feel leaving my stuff out in my car. But what I'll probably do is carry everything up to the hotel, then work on it up there, tie some stuff on. I drew a boater. His name's Rob. I never met him before. Just about everybody that I've talked to has said he's really good, including, I know guys back at home that I texted, asked that fish a lot of tournaments for, you know, many years, and they said they all know him. He's made it to nationals and blah blah blah. Everyone said that he's a stick, so I'm hoping he can put me on some fish. He said we're going to be flipping all day long, so that means probably flipping, frogging, throwing top waters, basically shallow, which I'm very pleased to hear. I was worried that I was going to get someone that wanted to fish 40-foot drop shot for smallmouth. So it looks like we're going to make a long run in the morning. That's what everybody's pretty much talking about, is making the run way up the river, super shallow. Most of the guys when they're running are getting stuck, so you guys might be in for a little bit of entertainment tomorrow if we end up getting stuck, getting out and push. I'm gonna GoPro it, but since I'm a co-angler, I'm not gonna mount it on his boat or anything. I'm probably just gonna wear it on my hat or on my chest. So I know that's not the greatest angle, but at least you'll be able to see some fish catches. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks not having the GoPro mounted up somewhere where I can actually see it, or where you guys can actually see like my entire body. But so yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the hotel. I'm really relieved that he said that we're gonna be flipping and stuff.
Turn
because
right onto West 4th Street.
Anyways, I'll pick up the camera again when I get back to the hotel, and I'll vlog a little bit when I'm rigging stuff up, and I'll go over everything I rigged up, and so we'll go from there. You guys smell that? Smells like some competition. Ooh, too bad my boater's got a 250 on his Phoenix. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I use rod gloves and rod wraps, because I carried all those rods, I think there's 14 of them, with one hand. See, I'll show you. Let's see if I can. This is why I use rod wraps. Look at this. This one I just added to the mix, so this one's not hooked up, it's only wrapped through here. Let's see, just one hand. I've only got 3 rods, and you can grab all these poles. None of them are tangled. But got all my rods, all my tackle, Gonna spend the next probably, I bet I can get done in about an hour. Spend the next hour rigging up. I'm gonna text my boater real quick and ask him what the water clarity is like. That's about the only question I got for him. It's kind of a pain to time lapse the me rigging up, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And then I'll show you guys everything I rigged up. Alright, well I got all my rods rigged up. Sorry if that air conditioning's loud, but you should still be able to hear me. It looks like I'm going to be taking 8 rods out on the boat. I don't think that's too many. I think that's okay. Like I said, I'm a co-angler, so obviously if I wasn't, I'd be taking these. Let's see, I got, 3, 6. So I'm leaving 6 behind. So I brought, what did I bring, 12? I thought I brought 13. Anyways, leaving 6 behind. Not going to need them, so I'm going to go through what I got rigged up. I don't know if what I got's going to work, but most of them are my confidence baits, stuff you see me throw every time I go fishing, just because I haven't fished here yet, and that's what you start with. So, starting here, can't really see it, but basically just, it's a sexy shad colored square bill, 1.5 sized. Going with the smaller size, I'm also going with the KVD because it's 100% silent. I would normally throw the Livingston because I love throwing, the Livingstons. Those are ones I'm used to throwing. I catch a lot of fish on them, but it's one of those deals where you're in the back of the boat. You really need to be throwing something, either one, different than the guy in the front, or stuff that people aren't throwing. The guys in the front of the boat are going to catch the fish with reaction baits. Square bill, spinnerbait, chatterbait, that kind of the fast-paced stuff, the loud, the noisy, the stuff with rattles. So I went with a silent one to go behind the guy in the front of the boat in case they for some reason don't want rattles, they want something more subtle. Basically in the back of the boat you want to go subtle because the guy in the front is probably not going to be. So that's why I went with the KVD. Next, black War Eagle buzzbait. Not subtle, but I have so much confidence in that bait that I just had to throw it on. He said that we're going to be throwing some top waters right away and then just going to go flip. And tournament 6 to 3, so it's going to be a grind. It's the first tournament I've ever fished until 3. I think the latest I've ever fished is until 2, and that tournament started at 7. So it's a total of 9 hours of fishing, and it's going to be a flippin' grind. I mean, it's going to be hot, it's going to be sunny, and I forgot my buffs, so I'll probably get sunburned really bad, but that's all right. And it's just going to be an absolute grind. So I got the buzz bait, and then I got, for my flipping bait to start out with, I got the Havoc Pit Boss in watermelon color. I don't know if there's weeds, I don't know if there's rocks, I don't know if there's trees. It kind of sucks being a co-angler, especially because I did not pre-fish my boater. Obviously, he's going to help me tomorrow, but he didn't give me any information tonight. I even sent him a text and asked him, I was like, well, hey, man, what's the water clarity like? He didn't respond. I don't know if he doesn't have texting, if he doesn't want to tell me what the deal is. So I started off with a watermelon colored flipping bait, and the reason I went with the Pit Boss is because I've caught fish with the Pit Boss in grass, rocks, and trees. If there's grass, I'll probably switch to an ugly otter because that bait seems to outproduce every other bait when I'm fishing around grass. If I'm fishing around trees, I'm probably going to switch to a brush hog. And if I'm fishing around rocks, I'll probably either keep that or switch to a little bit more of a craw color or craw bait like the Gambler Crawdaddy or Mega Daddy or the Flap Daddy, I think it is, by Havoc. Basically, what I'm saying is I'll flip a craw bait if we're around rocks. Next, got a Pop R. Got a new feathered Gamakatsu treble on there. Just put that bad boy on there. I think that makes a huge difference, is putting the feather on there. Just put a shad pattern one. That's what I've been throwing and catching fish. Of course, you guys know I'm going to throw the Spro Poppin' Frog. How can I not? All the fish that I catch with that thing, no matter where I go in the country, I always catch fish on that. Here I have a black and blue jig with a Gambler Flappy Daddy as a trailer. Found one with a little bit of blue flake in it, like the hair jig. And the reason I went with that is just, like I said, you got to throw stuff that's different, something that gives a little bit more of a flash. I don't know if the water's dirty. I'm assuming it is because it's a river. So I went with the black and blue, something that's got a little bit of flash on it. And then a chatterbait. Again, the New Tech Blitz Crazy jig. You guys know I got to throw that too. Caught so many fish on it this year. I'm throwing the Gambler Little Easy swim bait on the back, and so we'll go with that. And then I'm throwing a weightless, wacky rigged 4-inch Senko in just watermelon color. So I'm taking 1 spinning rod, 7 bait casters. Sounds like, so I mean, I'm probably end up kind of literally throw this bait, or this rod I should say, not this bait, this rod, and probably the jig most of the day. Just depends on how thick the cover is and all that stuff. And as you can see, I've got my tackle all laid out. I still gotta go through and organize it. I'm gonna try to condense it down into about, I think, like 6 regular boxes, and then maybe like 2, maybe 3 plastics boxes. He says he's got a big compartment for me. He's got a 21-foot Phoenix with a 250 on the back, so that'll be nice. Sounds like we're gonna have a long run in the morning though, so it's probably gonna be nice and chilly. But yeah, so that's kind of the scoop. I'll pick up the camera again when I get all of my tackle organized, just to show you what I'm bringing with me. And then I'll probably end it there and pick up the camera in the morning. I'm going to get up probably about 4 a.m. Got to be at the parking lot at 5. It's about a half an hour drive, so probably get up around 3:45, 4 o'clock, and start vlogging a little bit more, and hopefully go out and catch some fish. Got my rods here. Again, this is why I like using the rod gloves. Let's see if you guys can see this in the mirror. That. Bringing 8 rods, carry them all in one big bundle. My boater's gonna be so impressed because I'm just gonna toss them in the boat. Nothing is gonna get tangled. It's gonna be awesome. Got my tackle all organized here. These boxes aren't labeled 100% correctly because I had to downsize a little bit. I got 3 boxes over here, as well as this tire box that weighs 100 freaking pounds, filled with soft plastics. But basically what I did was I combined a couple boxes, like chatterbait box. I know we'll be throwing a little bit of frogs, but not a ton. So I just threw in, like, I don't know, maybe 10 frogs on top of some chatterbaits. My boater just texted me and said where we are throwing topwater is probably going to be poppers and stuff, because he said it's going to be clear water. So I grabbed my entire topwater box. And we're probably not going to be throwing any rattle traps, but you just never know. So what I did was I took out some topwaters and piled in some rattle traps there, piled in some rattle traps there and there, and then got my topwaters there. Since it sounds like we'll be able to catch a few doing that, and I'm going to try to catch my fish, try to catch a limit right away in the morning, so I can just kind of relax the rest of the day, because it sounds like it's going to be a flipping and grind. But I got square bills. That's actually square bills. Flipping and pitching. Just got all beavers, you know, ugly otters, that kind of good stuff. Spinnerbait, buzzbait, that's legit. Jigs are all just jigs. Straight tail, ribbon tail, and Senkos right there. Terminal tackle. Tubes, flukes, lizards, and toads. Basically consist of 2 packs of toads, 1 pack of lizards, 1 pack of flukes, 3 packs of tubes, and then a whole bunch of stuff that I got from that box. Miscellaneous flipping stuff. Then I have craws, swim baits, and grubs in here. Then I have a Ziploc filled with line conditioner, scents, pliers, split ring pliers, lure retriever, Sharpie, scents, dyes, JJ's Magic, that kind of good stuff. So that's what I'm going to be taking on the boat. That doesn't look like too much. I don't think he's going to be pissed if I bring that on the boat. It doesn't look that bad. Working on getting my camera box bag set up. I don't know what I'm going to take for that. I think I'm just going to grab 1 GoPro, my chest mount, my hat mount, all the batteries, maybe a cable or 2. But I'm going to try to not bring, I don't know what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to try not to bring one of these bags, but I might have to. Or I'll bring, like, I have a little waterproof box. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Either way, I got that set up. I have my laptop there. I'm going to start editing some videos so you guys can watch them. Well, you've probably already seen the ones that I'm going to be editing, but watching Rob Dyrdek's, what is this, ridiculousness? That's the stupidest show ever. Anyways, yeah, I got food, rods, whatever. So, that's enough yakking for now, but I'm just chilling in the hotel. I think it's still light outside. It's only 9 o'clock. Hey, look at that. It's light outside still. It's only 9 o'clock. It only took me 2 hours, so it's 9:30. Gonna get on the computer probably for 2 hours, go to bed around 11:30, midnight, get up around 3:45, 4 o'clock, and go catch some fish. So, I'm gonna end it here. I'll catch you guys in the morning.